direction and everything. Look
I
at that.
know. I haven't tried. I tried ahead of time. First thing is first.
What is it?
We won't be here next week.
Oh, yeah. We will not be here next week, and the following week, I think we'll either not be here or we'll do one on like a day that's not our normal day.
Oh, yeah, we might.
We can probably do that.
So we're definitely not going to be here next week, and potentially the week after. I'm sorry.
We're traveling.
We're traveling. So you're going to have to get your leather shenanigans from somebody else. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
that.
That's it.
Yeah. There's been lots going on this past week.
Yeah, you finished the new design officially, I think.
Yes, I have finished up the patterning for the new design. We've got a smaller version that I plan on working on when we get back from vacation. Nick and I had some really great combos. We went out for a little hot date.
Oh, conversations.
Yeah. What did you think I said?
Combos.
And combos.
Don't know what that is.
Combinations of things.
Combos.
No, so we have some like fun stuff that we're going to be working on. Also have a one-off bag idea I'm going to give a try and see if it works and if you guys like it or not. And we'll just see what happens with that. There's kind of like a wait and see on that one. But
yeah,
lots coming.
Yeah, we have to officially decide the launch date for Burgundy, for the new design, and the designs included in Burgundy.
Right, which ones you mean?
Yeah. And if this one's going first or the new one's going first.
True, I don't know.
So, decisions to be made.
Questions.
Um,
and then we've been working on getting some of the Bodha orders done. Yeah, so here's the new design finished. Oh, why is it so heavy, the crossbody straps inside?
It looks similar to the first prototype.
Yes. So that's it in sienna, which we no longer have that color.
Look at it. You can really see the difference.
Yeah, you can see the difference. The burgundy is just so beautiful and rich. I love it so much. Every bag I've made in it, I'm like, yep, this is beautiful. So yeah, I finalized the pattern. There was a few minor changes I made just to like make sure it all works just as I was hoping.
First, she forgot to write down any notes at all
on
her pattern. You didn't even label the pieces, which is super unusual.
I know. I think I was just so excited to. Well, first of all, I think I made that bag without telling you I was going to do it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be.
And you also need to figure out if it was possible.
Yes.
So like you were like uncommitted from the start. In an
kind of
unusual way compared to like, I'm designing this thing.
Well, yeah, typically there's an agreement that I have a week to get something done.
Not just sneaking in design weeks.
But then this idea was like really killing me. I was like, I have to get this out of me right now. So yeah, so I didn't write a lot down because I wasn't trying to take my time. I was trying to be pretty quick about it.
Do you give lessons? Why reroute people to other vendors? Do you mean just like leatherworking lessons?
We do. We have a course through Domestika. We filmed with them, was that 2 years ago? I don't even know.
So a lot's required to produce something like that. So they did all the parts that we didn't know how to do, and we just taught on film.
Yep.
So
you can take that course. But we have lots of leatherworking friends. So we're always happy to.
A bag for 2 knives. Whoa.
Only have 2 hands, so that makes sense.
What's your opinion about Indian leather?
I don't know anything about Indian leather.
I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't think I know.
I don't have any opinions.
Finally caught. Hey, Daniel's here.
Hey.
Caught a live stream.
Nice.
Good. We're not going to be here for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Congrats. Sorry, we're just behind there. Go ahead.
So basically what I was doing is I wanted to, number one, make the bag in burgundy because sienna isn't a color that we carry anymore, so I wanted it to be made in a color that we are going to be carrying. I wanted to remake the bag again for a second time because I had really pretty much only done it once. And like Nick said, I didn't do a good job of labeling my pattern pieces or writing instructions. And this is the most complicated bag I have ever made. So it was kind of imperative to write directions. I have like a 2-page.
Yeah.
I won't need it all.
I know, but you need to get it.
But I need to get
the steps out.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, anyways, here she is in Burgundy.
Hi, Trevor.
I have to hand stitch this entire gusset. So I do have to say that does take quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
Which is going to add to the price of the bag, just because it is. It just takes a lot more time than. Anyways, she has she's got a pocket in the back. She's got this awesome brass pull closure that we've not put on any other bags yet.
New.
It's
from
new.
us.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. So all you do is just pull it open like that. Let me take the crossbody strap out. Can you hold that?
Let me take the other stuff out.
So we've got our logo gold foil stamp there.
Oh, someone had mentioned that they thought that was too bold.
Well, it's fully hidden.
It is fully hidden. But we also always have the option to just emboss.
Yeah, if you ever want a bag from us that we gold foil, you prefer it to be just embossed, we can do that, or vice versa.
And we also have even put our logo inside the bag if we can. If you're like want a logo-less outside.
Yeah, but it's hidden until you open the bag.
I'm just
I actually love the
place.
I'm really happy about the placement of that.
Yeah, me too.
And it just looks so good with like the male end of the closure. So then some cool features on it. It accordion opens so that you can reach inside this section very easily. This section also, it's hard to see there, but it's got 3 card holders, 1, 2, 3. Each pocket will be able to fit more than 1 card. It's also got a zipper pocket in the middle. That kind of like creates the 2 sections. So you've got a nice zipper pocket there. And then the pocket in the back is quite large, or the space in the back is quite large. And one of the things I really wanted to be sure of with this bag was that our big Sally wallet can fit back here without any issue. So she's in there, she's got room to move around. She's probably got like 2 inches on, as far as like space in between.
Can that go in the front?
No, well actually maybe it can.
Yeah,
I guess it can.
Got your own little separate pocket.
Who knew? Now we know. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure because we don't have a lot of bags that the Sally fits into. So I wanted to make a bag that would fit in.
Somebody's asking if the Wicket and Craig black bridle is dyed through to the center. Oh, this is blue. Oh, I picked up the wrong one. Anyway, it's the same. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it.
It's not dyed through the center, though.
No, it is. It's like 2/3 of the way.
Oh, yeah, but if you, like,
it's not
skive it...
It's not entirely all the way through, because then we do a refinish on the back. I don't know if you can see that. You can kind of see that it's a little bit tan on that line.
Yeah, it's not dyed all the way through. So if you skive it, you'll get, like, the natural color.
I do think that's considered dyed all the way through.
Oh, is it?
I'm
wrong.
I'm wrong. Yeah, but we paint our edges, but and I would probably recommend doing that with the black, because it will be like a tan.
Unless you like the look of just like burnished edges without paint. Also, things to note is this is fully lined in the milled burgundy, and then the sides are lined. The pocket is also the milled. And then there's D-rings on the inside so that you can wear this as a crossbody bag. I'm going to put that on real quick.
How's the running production model going? That's a great question. So we were just talking about that. That was one of the things that came up. We sat down, we had a business meeting.
We had some
business
coffee.
Lunch, breakfast.
Or brunch. I'd say brunch.
Breakfast, brunch. Business brunch.
It's a business brunch.
Anyway, we were trying to figure out, so if I'm honest, it's a little frustrating because we get orders like kind of out of sync, and I think we got really used to the other way, and it really was awesome for our production and like knowing how much to order
I was gonna
leather-wise.
say, ordering
It kind of
especially.
made things easier for us. And I kind of see that coming back probably in January. We're going to give it a run through December. If it explodes and is awesome, or for whatever reason, we'll keep it. But I kind of envision us going back to order weeks for 2025.
Yeah, it's not set in stone, but there's a good chance of that happening.
I think, it's interesting. I think we were kind of on the other side seeing how much we enjoyed the order weeks for planning for us.
It really, I mean, it substantially makes planning and ordering leather
So much easier.
and hardware so much easier. Not to mention for me mentally, it's really great because I know at the end of the month I've gotten all of my monthly orders done.
Yeah.
Whereas rather than
It
this,
also
like,
gives
kind
us
of rolling
space
thing.
kind of between orders to prep for like the next thing. So
It definitely makes planning a lot easier. So we'll see kind of what we do, but.
and I
it's
kind of
something
think
to-
it's just a little bit slower, to be honest, doing it this way, doing the rolling, just because of how things tend to fall,
Slower and like orders are coming in slower,
like
or
getting orders out.
Oh well, yeah, because the other part of it is that it makes it much easier for us to batch things when we have all the orders like within the first week of the month. I just want to show you guys really quick what it looks like with its crossbody strap on. It's kind of set really pretty short right now, but I don't know YouTube if you'll be able to. Oh yeah, you can. So it wears really nicely. It's easy to wear. It's not like a super wide profile bag.
Yeah.
So it's really, really easy to wear. And like, yeah, so you can wear it as a shoulder bag because our strap gets even shorter than this. I'll show you guys how short
But a
it
good
goes.
looking bag design.
I'm so happy with this bag.
Yeah, it's nice. Your bag wall is really filling out. Yeah, that's the other thing. Ugh.
Here it is. This is with the strap as short as it gets, so it's really creating like a shoulder bag vibe. And then I'll make it so it can be a crossbody.
We still need to name this one. I wrote down
do.
some names. I liked some of the suggestions we got.
What were some of your favorites?
Also, I went through this morning. I just went through like and looked at names.
Like you looked up names?
Because like I'm
or-
like trying to think of names,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like I don't know. So I went through a list of names like A to Z, and just picked ones that I thought I liked. So I've got like 20.
Good. We should talk about this. So here it is as a crossbody bag. It's really, again, super easy to wear. I'm super happy with this. The plan is when we come back from vacation, I will be patterning out and hopefully making a mini version of this. It will not have the zipper pocket in the middle. We are going back and forth as to whether or not it'll have the
The
accordion opening in the front or not.
It might.
It's
We'll
not
see.
like super difficult to do. It's not.
It just doesn't make sense. Isn't necessary.
Is it necessary?
Yeah.
I think that's more like the reason it's great to have on this bag is because that front pocket area is a little smaller. It makes it so you can really get in there, especially with those card slots being there. So I thought it made sense.
Yeah.
But it may not be necessary in the smaller one. So we'll see.
The smaller one could have a single pocket on the front. That'd be kind of funny. Because it really then is just the small version.
A single pocket in the
I
front.
think like a
What do you mean?
like a credit card pocket. Like if it has the accordion, there's there's no pocket.
But
there.
there's no zipper pocket.
Just kidding.
It can still have a pocket. It would just be in
Yeah,
the
it would
back
be on
wall.
the back.
Yeah, which can totally happen. We'll see.
Totally
The
happen.
other thing, I don't know if it's gonna have a back pocket because that's something we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
This back pocket is pretty much big enough to put like a something small. I mean, the main reason I do it there is to hide where the boning ends. But you can fit a cell phone in there. But it's like, well, I don't know if it gets smaller than that, like really what are you putting in there? So I'm gonna have to kind of figure that all out. But super happy with the bag. Got all my pattern pieces labeled and directions written down.
Yeah. So another exciting thing for us is we turn 7 as a business
Bum, bum, bum.
next week, Wednesday,
Oh, the 14th.
14th. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
that's Wednesday.
it's the 14th. So we're planning something special for some of our customers.
Yes.
So
Did you, after I made that suggestion, I know you were looking into my suggestion. Did that work
I
out?
don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, we'll talk about it later then.
So yeah, 7 years old, older than Wes.
Older than Wes.
Yeah.
You'll always be 1 year older than Wes.
Did you have any names for this that you were
The only name that I felt a strong pull towards was Celine.
Oh, that's funny.
Is that on your list?
It's in my mind. It's just not. I think there's another bag company called Celine, right?
There is. Well, it's a fashion line.
Yeah.
I mean, they make bags as well, but
That was my hesitation for that.
but there's also a fashion line called Chloe too,
True.
and Millie. We don't have Millie anymore, but that was a bag name of ours. All right, give me your.
Ada.
Yeah, I like
Let's
it.
look at her at the same time. Adeline, Clara, Doreen, Doris, Edith, Edna, Rita,
Rita.
Dolores, Maxine, Inez, Janet, Victoria, Harriet, Lucille. Lucille reminds me of Arrested Development. Isa. I like Lucille actually.
That's pretty funny.
Isa, Vivian, Valentine, Zoe.
I had Zoe too.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't know. We could probably use that name for something else. I don't know if it's that bag.
So out of those, did you put Janet on there? That's
I
funny.
did just for Wes.
Just for Wes.
Janet. It could be Janet.
It's not Janet. I liked the very first one, Ada. I kind of liked Harriet. What's this one?
Lucille.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Charlotte. We have a Charlotte.
We already have a Charlotte bag.
We love-
Otherwise,
we love that name.
Yes. That was actually, if Wes was a girl, there was a very strong chance his name was going to be Charlotte. So, but he was a boy.
So anyway, we are trying to figure out.
Inez. Yeah, I think that was on the list.
Yeah,
too.
it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Heather.
Heather.
I thought of Heather also. That was another
Really?
name. Yeah, it had.
Heather. Okay. I'm not a fan, but write it
Hi,
down.
Lance. How's it going? What were you gonna say?
Oh, so we're trying to figure out exactly when things are going to go launch-wise. So I think
Yeah.
we're going to start with the 2 new designs, and they will be available in Burgundy. If for
Yeah.
some reason the second design we don't have enough
Come
time
to
to get it out,
fruition, yeah.
we'll do the one and then just move everything up.
Right.
And I
I
think
think it'll happen.
I'll send out like official dates, but I think the 2nd of September is when the first design will pre-order.
The new design.
So I wanted to do the new designs, and then we'll roll through
And then we'll roll
the
through
Burgundy.
Burgundy.
And there'll be like our normal pre-order process where you go by design.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get it too far out. Like if we end up in November, that's a problem. But I think we're going to pick like 5 or 6 designs and
And do those in
do them that
Burgundy
way.
pre-order like we usually do. When are the Bodhas coming back?
I know.
It's another piece of it.
Well, they might do this. They might come out in September as well. Like
Yeah.
usually what we do is we get the big batch out that we sold, and then there's like usually a
Couple
week,
weeks,
and
yeah.
then it comes back. So
Yeah.
it'll probably be around the same time,
Yeah,
the
that
first
would
couple weeks of
pretty
September.
much work out.
Yeah.
So you think
Because
it might
Bodha has
happen?
to come back in Burgundy too, because it hasn't been available in Burgundy.
Yeah. So that will be. Okay. This is difficult to. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is
We got a lot happening
We
for
do a lot happening.
fall.
Should be fun though.
Yeah.
Excited. I'm excited to make the smaller version of this bag too. I think it's gonna be cool. And
then I've been trying to rack my brain and figure out how to, like, I feel like we're not giving milled its full attention, like our full attention. So we got to figure out how to do
Yeah.
better.
This
do a
was
better
actually
job.
the first version of this bag that I made. I like weirdly made it milled the first go round. It also has like a different closure on there.
Yeah. This is like the first prototype.
Yeah, that's the very first prototype. There's literally, you look at them, there's nothing different except for the closure and the filler in the lid, which I know now if we make it in mills, it's not going to have that filler.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with you? Like, that's like the easiest closure to use. Yeah, we need to figure out how to talk about milled more. Or, not more, it's just more like...
Yeah, we just need more photos, more generally.
Well,
I think it's just, because it's not, I don't know, I don't want it to be like an afterthought in our collection, so.
I mean, fall for us is like our favorite season.
True.
It's also our favorite time to take photos.
It is.
We definitely need to get those done. So hopefully we'll be taking lots of photos, making lots of bags, and yeah. And we'll be refreshed hopefully from our vacations.
Yeah.
Or tired, whichever.
Or exhausted.
Whichever happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be working on getting a bunch of Bodas to, like, finished up from the orders that came in. And yeah, Cerulean's over, right?
Yes.
Like, that happens? Okay.
Cerulean's over. We're going to be on like a Cerulean production tear.
Yeah.
When we get back.
Yeah.
So it starts, if you're unaware, it starts with Bodas, because that's what we first launched, then mini Boweries, and that's all I remember right now.
Yeah. Is there anything else we're missing? And please, like, either DM us or you can comment on any of the videos. Nick just put out a bunch of reels, I think, of me making this bag. So any name ideas, please go ahead and add those, because
I like Lucille. I don't know why.
I don't dislike it, but now that you said it makes you think of Arrested Development, that's all I'm going to think of.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
You're going to call her Lucy? Is the mini version going to be Lucy?
That could be.
Margot. We had a bag named Margot already, and if that hadn't been the case, we don't make that bag anymore, and I asked Nick if we could just reuse it. He said no. But I love that name.
That is a good name.
Yes. It's one of my very favorites. I wish we could use that. Emily.
Okay. Yeah, Emily.
Oh, I like the name Alice. He doesn't.
I don't. I'm indifferent to Alice.
No, I like the name Alice. What was that?
Oops. Let's see. Okay, I need to ask, what are you wearing? Black top. Looks like something I need.
It's totally fine. You can ask away.
Sorry to go off topic.
This is from Made Well from a while ago. Just like a vest, and it ties on the sides. It's one of my favorite pieces that I have. You could probably Google search like that tie side vest. I feel like I've looked that up a bunch of times to try to find other companies that make it, because I don't think that they have it at Madewell anymore. Although I bet you could look on like Poshmark or one of those types of resellers to see if you could find it there. It's one of my absolute favorite pieces that I have, and I'm always looking to find more of them. I've also thought about like going to the thrift store and getting some sweaters, cutting off the sleeves and making some tabs. So there's that. So, but yeah, there's the Greta. So someone had said in the comments,
they were looking forward to Greta.
oh yeah, we had put a post up like, as far as the Burgundy goes, what bags do you guys want us to make in the Burgundy for pre-order? Because we don't make every single bag in the Burgundy, but the Greta will be one of them.
Yes.
And the mini Bowery, obviously.
I think the ones we know that it's not going to be are the Lunas and Mini Luna.
Right. Yeah. I have to look back at all our designs and think about it, but.
Whoops. The Georgie.
Oh, that's the thing I thought about Frankie. I know you hate that probably,
Just,
but
nah.
I like Francesca.
Spell it Margax.
Yeah, that's
Spell
what,
it in the French way. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I had said too, but Nick
Margot.
says no.
I just, I don't
it's
know.
rude.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we got almost like 4 minutes left.
Okay. What is the last purse bag that Leanne bought? That's a great question. So I don't buy bags
She makes
pretty
them.
much ever, but so technically the last bag I bought was quite recently, but it was because it's for running.
Oh.
It's like a little pouch bag to put that's waterproof, that I can put my phone in. Also got that off Poshmark. I do a lot of shopping on Poshmark these days. And I think it's from Free People. But it was just like a, like a little fanny pack running bag that's waterproof. So if I sweat on it and get gross, it's no big deal.
News to me.
That's the last bag I've purchased, and I couldn't tell you the last
You
bag
don't buy
before
bags?
that.
Strange. A whole basement full of bags.
Yeah. I get all like the prototypes pretty much
Yeah.
that have something wrong with them. Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last bag I bought before that. It's probably the bag you bought me, like,
Probably.
for Christmas years and years and years ago when we were in our apartment.
Down on Walnut Street.
On
Or
Walnut
Chestnut.
Street.
Yeah, didn't we buy it in Philly?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant that's where we lived. I was like, we
did
definitely
not live on
never
Walnut
lived
Street.
on Walnut Street. Yeah.
All right, get your final questions in. We will be posting in the next week or so the official dates for the new designs, the burgundy kind of layout and timeline.
The Bodha's coming back.
So this is the other thing we're trying to figure out. Because of the holiday,
Right.
we're in holiday, which is crazy to think
Yeah,
about
it's
because
crunch time.
it's back to school holiday.
Yeah.
And for us, we're like 7 weeks out, so 7, 8 weeks out. So that gets us, where are we? August, September, October. So we're quickly approaching, like, our cutoff date is traditionally November, the first week in November. So.
Oh, that's a good question.
What?
I understand why you don't buy bags. A more pressing question for me is, do you look at bags?
Ah.
Not yours, but others. I do. I try not to look at other, like, small...
I say you look more at fashion
big-
trends as a general, like, whole.
Exactly.
Um,
So I'm typically looking at more like what's coming down the runway, what's like the bigger trend, I'd say, like
And then how do you apply the trend if
if
you
it
can?
makes sense and if I want
Yeah.
to what we currently do. So I am looking at bags, but it's less about like the details and more about like the overarching direction that things seem to be going in. For instance, red was huge last winter and fall and spring. Probably will be a little bit again, and that is like an overarching trend like through fashion completely, not just bags. But I was like, okay, so red is a thing we're gonna do. And we did red in spring and it was awesome. And so there's that, or there's like, let's say like rolled handles are really in right now. So, okay, maybe we find a way to bring rolled handles into our bags. Is that an upgrade to what we did? So then we added rolled handles to our
Yeah. So
I can't think of the word.
I feel like there is influence,
That bag.
but they're not driven purely by the trend, if that makes sense. So like
Yeah.
we had wanted to do rolled handles anyway.
Yes.
So like that
And
was
then
that
seeing
was like
it-
an opportunity to be like, all right, let's try it because
Yeah.
it might be a good way
Yeah.
to do it.
So, and then I used it on the new bag. So there's things like that I look at.
The other thing is like there are trends, overarching trends, but there's also a lot of like micro trends, and there's also like it's basically not trendy
not
at
a
all
trend.
because
Yeah.
of how many things are happening.
Yeah.
So if you're kind of true to your own design
Aesthetic.
aesthetic
Yeah.
and language,
Yeah.
I think that's going to be more beneficial.
Right, and that's essentially, and like I am a person, my aesthetic
I am a human being.
as everyone's is like kind of like something that's always there, but also is kind of always evolving a little bit, along with my personal abilities to make. And sometimes it's about like, I just want to try a thing because I want to see if I can do it. And I figure out a way like to add that thing into what we're doing to make our stuff better. But yeah, I do look at bags. I would say, like Nick said, I'm mostly looking at like bigger runway trends as far as bags go. I try not to look closely at like other leather workers that are like our level or below or above, just above, just because I don't want to be influenced by them, because I want everyone to...
Yeah, you don't want to copy anyone.
Exactly.
Intentionally or not.
Correct. But I mean, obviously that still, pops up in my feed here and there because of what we do. And we have lots of friends who are also leather workers. So I look at their stuff, but mainly to be like excited for them. That's a really good question.
What's something you learned? Oops. Or stop. Stop it.
It's trying to make you do emojis over here.
What's something you learned you wish you knew sooner in your business or with leather? Wish we knew sooner.
I'm gonna think of the leather end of things.
I don't know, that's a vague question. Nothing's popping up in my mind.
As far as leather goes, I mean, it would probably just be like purchasing machinery like a little bit earlier, like certain machines that have helped us drastically. Or
early on, we picked our tannery. We solidified a lot of details, in my opinion, pretty early on.
Yeah, I agree.
We tried a bunch of leathers, got samples, and picked Wicket and Craig
based on
almost immediately.
Yeah,
for many reasons.
Yeah, there was a lot of very good reasons to pick them.
So I guess
stick with them.
It's not that I wish we knew sooner, but I think that if you can kind of define what you want to do faster and kind of lean into your own instincts. Not that we didn't do that, but like for someone starting, I think that's what I would say. Just getting questions everywhere. As a business owner back in the beginning, how long did it take you to get fully comfortable talking about your vision and mission, the elevator spiel?
Yeah.
Doing shows helped a lot, especially for her.
Same thing, yeah. Doing shows, in-person shows, really kind of like made that really pretty, not easy, but I would say within the first year, we figured, I mean, I knew what it was that made us different, or I felt made us different from other leather workers. And we also wanted to always treat our shows as not like selling stuff to people, because we're not good at that and we don't want to do that, but more of like an education as to like why we're different, why we do what we do, and where our stuff is coming from, our materials are coming from, that sort of thing.
I think it's easy to forget that many people don't even consider where things are made, how they're made, carbon footprint. The idea that something like this is made locally is kind of crazy all by itself, but I don't think people realize that. So like kind of letting them know how different it really is goes a long way. And like in person, the quality of material comes across a lot different than just on a screen.
Yeah, and I do miss that. Being able to have people like pick up the bags, feel them, smell them.
Smell them.
I love to smell leather bags. But yeah, doing the shows, it made it pretty quick that we were able to kind of nail down the elevator pitch and like what we wanted to say, kind of give people like a little spiel.
We both have backgrounds in that, not in like that kind of way anyway. So that obviously helps.
I used to do trade shows when I worked in textiles, and it was very similar.
I love the Bodha bag. I need that in cobalt.
Yeah, Bota bag in cobalt it's not cobalt, but our cerulean color.
Great answer to my question about looking at bags and trends. Thanks for taking the time to answer. Yeah, of course.
No problem. This is our Bota bag in the cerulean.
Okay.
She'll be coming back soon, guys.
And then where do you see your brand in 10 years? What's the dream? So it's funny, we kind of go back and forth, and the latest book I'm reading right now, I think kind of resonated with me in a way I didn't expect it to. Because we've been talking about growth for like a while and what that looks like for us.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like it's more intentionally smaller than maybe I had envisioned in the last couple of years. So like, I kind of think ideally, like kind of what I said yesterday, if we had just like a small team helping with production, and then we got to do more of like the fun creative stuff, like more often.
I think that kind of has always been my dream.
Yeah.
And like,
I think for me, I envisioned it just larger, like at a larger scale.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think it needs to be.
And I don't think I necessarily did.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. And I know you're always dreaming bigger than me as far
am.
as that goes, because that's just how our personalities are.
Yes.
But yeah, my dream is to, one, get out of the basement and get a studio outside our home, where we can have a small team of, like, in my mind, it would be anywhere from 4 to 8 people working with us.
Yeah, I think 8 would be on the large side.
I agree.
I think it's like 4 or 5
4.
is like max.
Yeah, I agree. And I would love that space to be where we make everything, and to then either have a showroom where we can do like appointments where people can come and shop, and or
it would
do
just
like
be like
shows.
a creative space.
Yeah, or have a storefront that's like open certain days of the week sort of situation. And all of this, I would love for it to be close to our home. I think we've got like basically 3 towns, our town included, that we've thought about being the location for this. And so we're really just trying to work on, getting to that place. But that would be the goal, to have a small team in a space outside of our home, but close to our home, where we make everything. We get to give those creative jobs to people in our area. Still be in control of the designs, the
everything.
quality, everything. And then have some sort of storefront, whether it's a showroom where we are open by appointment only or open on certain days of the week in some capacity. And I would love to do like 1 show a year.
She always says that.
I know. I just feel like getting in front of people that aren't, let's say, even if we had a storefront we're open a few days a week, I still think going to do a show like somewhere else is...
Having that freedom to do that would be possible.
Yeah, would be amazing.
So
that's the goal.
Freedom.
Somewhat.
But still like getting to, I love your answer. I agree with you 100%. Love your honesty and transparency.
Thank you.
I think, so I was used to, my old job was like a lot of people.
Yes.
And
he was in charge of like 300 people or something.
And I liked a lot of aspects of that. And I think I tried to like put that onto what we're doing. And to be at that scale, we'd have to be an enormous business. And I don't think that's within our, like, that doesn't feel right for us.
Yeah.
As far as like what our business does, and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
I scaled it back in my head.
Love how you compliment each other. Oh.
She looks beautiful.
I don't think she meant it that way.
Oh.
But I appreciate that.
But yeah, we're excited for the future. We always have a lot of plans, so 2025 will be no exception. I think,
Oh, you read that already, sorry.
Yeah, the reality of growing is also like supporting the overhead of a new space, being able to pay an employee a fair wage.
Yep. And that's the thing, like we want to do it all.
It's got to be done like in the correct way, or like the right way.
Yeah.
It can't just be like, well, let's get this done as cheaply as possible.
Yeah, because that's never been us. That will never be us. Yeah. Like it's just not.
It doesn't work. You're competing with like a commodity type business by doing everything that way. Like if you're just doing it the cheapest way possible, then what's the value of even doing it here? What's the value in it?
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, I think we're past time.
Yes. And I have lots to do before we go on vacation. So just to reiterate what Nick said, we won't be here next week. We might be able to pop in on a random day the following week.
Okay.
maybe we'll show you guys like the progress of me working on the smaller version of our new bag.
I'm gonna take a video. She is sneaky sometimes though. So I have to tell you, I want to get this part of the process.
Yes, I appreciate when you do that because otherwise I will just keep going. We'll be like, does he need to film this or can I just keep going? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and lots
Good luck.
coming down the pipeline here. So fall should be really exciting and I can't wait to take lots of pretty pictures.
Woo woo.
Yep. All right, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you some other time.
Some other time in the future.
Oh, we did it in a different order this time.
I don't know.
What
what
are
I'm
you doing?
I'm doing this wrong.